again. Okay. Let me ask you a question. I want you to compare your current workplace with your workplace when you actually lived in Japan. So tell me, which one can be considered as a perfect workplace and why? Let's talk about maybe advantages, disadvantages of
Overseas.
workplaces.
Yeah, actually, when I was in Japan, I'm I work for safety and environmental section.
Yeah.
So, but we in Vietnam we have a factory, and we started to produce a new products,
Yeah, of course.
and it's the how say the technology is quite difficult.
Yeah, of course.
So I'll say, and it's a very new. It's new. It's new
Yeah.
for our factory in Vietnam.
Yeah.
So the director wanted me to support him
Uh,
for I'll say hmm, for safety, for environmental, and I'll say for um, uh to how say to teach
of
teach
course, train them how to
to
use. Yeah,
yeah
of course, of
to
course.
train employee.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course, of course. Well, let's talk about the environment, maybe profits.
environment.
Yeah, of course, maybe profits, maybe benefits, okay, of that, your previous workplace and of course your current workplace. So how is the environment? Which one is better? And if you, for example, could, I don't know, choose one of them, which one would you choose?
Working in Vietnam is better. Is better because I can got salary better
Ah, of course.
than Japan,
Yeah,
and
of course.
even though it's very hard and it's very stressful because
Yeah, of course.
I'm responsibility.
Yeah,
Is
of course.
have a big responsibility,
Yeah, of
and
course.
but I say the salary is good.
Yeah,
It's
of
really good.
course. And
But
do you get more perks? Do you get more perks?
pause. Sorry,
Perk.
what's the meaning of
Let me share my screen and talk about it. Okay, so perk means some other advantages, extra advantages. For example, salary,
yeah,
food,
okay.
and everything, so perk. So how
Yeah.
about that? Yeah.
Um okay. The company ran uh what's that? They ran apartment for me,
Ah,
and I don't have to pay. I don't have to pay.
of course. So
Oh,
it can be considered as, perk because,
oh,
you have,
yeah,
of course, so you have some other extra,
extra.
advantage. Yeah,
Yeah.
of course, it's something like accommodation, really good.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you can say that you get perks, and let me write the
Got
meaning of this on the board. So the advantage or something extra, let me write.
okay. Hmm. And I'll say I commute. I
Yeah,
commute by a company car.
yeah.
Yeah, and
Oh,
In Japan, I have to drive by
Ah,
myself, but yeah, in Vietnam, I can commute
yeah, of
by company
course.
car, and I'll say I can call my family. I call my family to visit me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of
the
course.
company pay for
Ah, very
everything.
good.
Yeah,
So, yeah, I think. Yeah, you get, I think you get considerable advantages, at this
yeah,
actually career. I think that's really good. Yeah, of course, it should be really,
yeah,
I think it's a good and perfect workplace because you can
yeah,
actually, uh, enough income, considerable income, and after that you have some other perks you can get, like for example,
yeah,
accommodation, and for example,
yeah.
that's really good transportation. That's really good. Okay, so free
Yeah.
transport is another. Okay, may I ask you 1 minute, please? Just to go and back, just 1 minute.
Okay, sure, sure.
Thank you so much. Well, sorry, let's keep going.
Okay,
Okay. Well, so you can get, and for perk, we say, if we want to use the word, we say we get perks.
yes,
Okay.
yes, correct.
But of
Okay,
course, you can, for example, one of the perks of my job is, for example, free transport. Okay. So you can say something like
yeah,
this. Okay. Well, let's keep going. Okay, this one, recognition. So we know
recognition,
this word, but look at this sentence. Staff received a bonus as recognition for the contribution. Okay, so
division.
let's talk about the meaning of this word. Okay, so first, bonus as recognition. Actually, recognition bonus is a type of bonus that is typically given to employees who have
Yeah,
achieved a certain level of success, or
yeah,
maybe they performed very well. So
yeah,
this is recognition bonus, or, you
recognition,
know, okay, bonus as a recognition, I don't know, it's not really common. We say recognition bonus. So recognition bonus. So let me write it here.
yeah,
And
recognition. But
of course, I'll put this here. Okay. Well, so it can be considered as a type of bonus that is typically given to
to a certain
level,
level.
of
Okay,
course, of success and or performed very well.
perform very well. Yeah,
Yeah.
yes,
Okay. So this is bonus as a recognition, or we say recognition bonus. Okay. So
bonus.
tell me, okay, so have you ever received a recognition bonus?
I say, I think it's my company is very good company,
Of
and
course.
even though I work in Japan, I could receive
Yeah.
bonus every year.
Yeah, of course. You know,
Yeah,
but you know, bonus is something different, but recognition bonus is something different. You know, for example, bonus, of course, you know, every year maybe you receive bonus as an employee, but you know, there is something else that when you receive recognition, it means you did something really great, really well,
great.
so you deserve because of your work, because of
Yeah,
something that you did perfectly.
yeah. Actually, the director will evaluate, evaluate me,
Evaluate, you
and
mean? Evaluate?
yes, evaluate, evaluate, and if it's good, the bonus is big. My
Of course.
boss.
Of
Yeah.
course. Of course. The more
Evaluate.
actually
Yeah.
well
The
performed
more.
you are, the more maybe bonus
Mm,
you can receive,
yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
Well, maybe the higher amount of salary bonus. Okay, so it depends on your performance, I think. Well, and we have another phrase that is open door policy. I really love the open door policy of the company. Okay, so what is this open door policy? Do you have any idea about the meaning of this? Have you ever heard it or no? It's something really new.
Hmm. Open door policy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, do you know the
Mm.
meaning of it? Do you know the definition and the concept of this?
Sorry, once again, please.
So, I'm asking about open door policy. Do you know anything about it? Do you have any idea of open door policy?
Mm, mm, yes. Ba- basically, basically, and think for yeah. Mm,
What? So let me
mm,
say, yeah, say, I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
yeah.
Actually, you know, it's something actually this is a statement of principle initiated by the US, you know, of course,
Yeah.
many years ago. And you know, of course, it's something like when we say open door policy, actually equal privileges. Okay, for example, when in a company, okay, this may be actually policy allows all actually people, you know, is something like there is no limitation. Okay, so of course, we have something like in some levels in every company. Okay, so but when we have this, of course we have it in you know, in countries we have the same thing, but now we are talking about companies, so it's something like we have the same thing in countries between president and
Yeah.
people. But this actually here, when it comes to company a corporation, it means every manager, you know, actually open his or her door to every employee, so everyone can takes part. Okay,
Mm,
and actually this policy encourages communication, people to have a communication, and of course to give some feedback, to actually feel comfortable to express their opinion. So I think
yeah.
it's something like sharing ideas and responsibilities in cooperation. So do you have the same thing in your uh, cooperation?
Yeah. Basically, because it's I think the companies has
Of
open
course,
door policy
of
because
course.
uh we are international. corporate. It's like we have a
Corporation.
corporation, and we have a lot of foreign employee.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so I think it's important to let's say
Of
people
course.
can talk what they think.
Of course, it's
Yeah,
really important to hear employees,
to hear.
you know,
Yeah,
they have
yeah,
maybe some complaints, maybe some feedbacks, and a good manager needs to hear
yeah,
and answer and try to deal with the problems and issues, try to solve them and find some actually maybe some ways to deal with problems. So of course it can be really good. But actually in some corporation we have some actually levels, and there's something
yeah,
like, okay, managers shouldn't talk to employees. For example, I don't know, boss shouldn't, for example, talk to assistant. Okay, something like this. And I think this method can actually cause, less progress and
yeah,
maybe make employees frustrated. I think because they feel really big, something like distance and gap.
yeah,
But when they
yeah,
feel like we are not good enough to talk to, for example, managers, so it can make them frustrated. So this policy is
yeah.
really good policy. Let me ask about Japan, because as I heard, actually Japanese corporations, businesses, and people, they are actually they have maybe very strict rules. So do you have any idea about this? Some severe rules, and I don't know. Uh, can you share your experience about this topic when you lived in Japan and, of course, when you worked?
Rule,
Of
uh,
course. For
rule,
example, something like they follow really strict schedule, you
rule.
know?
Yeah,
Yeah, of
yeah,
course. Yeah, very hard. So, and actually something like uh the schedule that limits
yeah,
the
yeah,
freedom, okay, to behave as they, I don't know, wish. So what do you think?
yeah.
Do you agree or no?
Mm. Yes, actually, I um let's say sometime I when I was in Japan, sometime I had to make a presentation the document the presentation material. So say it's really took time, and when I submit it to my boss, he wanted me to adjust or revise. So
Yeah,
and I didn't have enough time, and but I have to finish
yeah,
as
of
soon as
course.
possible. So
See,
sometimes I could not go home. I have
yeah.
to
So,
remain at the
oh,
office in late time. Yeah. So
yeah,
mm, I think in
mm,
Japan,
of
sometimes some
course.
for some company or some it's very strict because you have to keep
Course. They
the
have very
deadline.
strict rules, of
Yeah,
course. So,
yeah.
as yeah, I'm sorry, I interrupted you. Keep going. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You have to keep the deadline, and if you
Ah,
cannot finish it, you cannot go home.
of
Yeah,
course. Of course. So you need to meet the deadline.
you
So we
need
say
to meet.
meet, of
Yeah,
course. And there is,
yeah,
so as you said, the process was really
yeah.
time
Uh,
consuming. So you have
Consuming.
to
Yeah,
work, okay, for long hours to, because, you normally ran out of time. It means you didn't have enough time run out of time
Now
means you,
time.
yeah, you
Yeah,
didn't have enough time to complete and to meet the deadline. So of course, it should be really hard. So because of, I
yeah,
think because of this, as I heard, Japanese work long hours every day. I don't know.
yeah,
I'm not, of course, I'm not sure because it's something that, I heard that, some of them just sleep at work. So for example, they have time. Yeah, is it right?
yeah. Yes, I think so. Yes, some.
Oh,
It's better now. It's better now. But
oh,
yes.
yeah.
Mm,
So, but the really, I think, active, they should be really different
yeah,
people. Okay. Of course, we need to balance between work and life. Someone says work for life or life for work. Which one? So
yeah.
balance between work and life. Okay. So how do you balance between work and life?
Balance between work and life. Yeah. For in a weekend, I want.
At the
I'm sorry.
weekend?
At the weekend, weekend. Uh, I forget work and just go out with my family. Yeah, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's the way I say it's the way I relax. I,
Ah, of course.
I'm
You
relaxing
chill
me. Yeah,
out. Of course. Of
yeah.
course. So, yeah. And tell me, which one would you prefer? Uh, Flexible working hour or fixed working hour? Which one would you prefer and why?
Of course, a flexible working hour.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
by
Mm.
you.
Yeah. Sometime I'll say um. So it's easy for me to adjust time. Sometimes I say in Japan. Now I'm live alone, so I don't have many private
Yeah, of
work
course.
to do. But in Japan, sometimes I have to take care of my kids.
Of
So
course. Yes.
it but it didn't take a lot of time. So I just need 1 or 2 hours to do it.
Yeah, of
So
course.
flexible working time is yes sometimes it's very good for me.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, sometimes
Of
I need to go out just for 1 hour, 2 hour.
Of course,
Yeah,
of course. Yeah, but unfortunately, companies don't offer flexible schedule. They'd rather fix the schedule because I think something like this. We don't have. Of course, in some companies we have actually flexible working hours and schedule, but most of them, I think, would rather have some employees and some fixed
yeah,
employees and something like
yeah,
fixed schedule. So it
yeah,
actually, yeah, of course, sometimes it can, I don't know, make our lives a bit hard, I think, difficult because
yeah,
we have something, some things else to do. And of course, we don't have enough
yeah,
time. So we need to,
yeah,
I think, assign, I don't know, part of our job to do something. So,
yeah,
but
yeah.
it's
But
hard.
some
Yeah,
at some workplace, the company cannot I say cannot accept flexible working hour.
of
You
course.
know, because for production
Of course.
factory, yeah,
Of course, you're
yes,
right. It depends on, of course, the
depends on yeah,
product. Yeah, of course, the field that they're working. So, of course, it depends. But normally, I think nowadays, I'm talking, uh, yeah, nowadays it's really hard to balance between work and life. Most of
yes,
people, yeah, can't balance, and I think uh, it can be the root and the foundation of family problems. family
Yeah.
issues due to some actually I don't know, long working hours, and it's too hard, but there's no
Mm.
other choice. Well, let's talk about this one. uh an employer should address employee concern and complaints as soon as possible. Okay, address employees' concern. It means actually making sure they feel heard and respected. You know, of course, they need to take action when necessary. So, they need to actively listen to their employees, of course, concern and complain. So, and they
Mm.
shouldn't interrupt them or dismiss them. So that's really important to be responsible about the concern. So this is the meaning of address employee concern. And now tell me, what do you think about it? And tell me, can you see something like this? Like, yeah, that's really good. For example, our employer's address or concern, or no, you say no, it's something like only we can read it in books. So what do you think?
Mm. If they address employee concern and complaint. Mm.
Okay.
Mm. So,
Insurance. Okay. Well, so this is a definition of actually addressing employee concern and complaints. So tell me, if you are employers, maybe in your corporation, uh, listen and respect and take
right.
action when necessary, or no, they just ignore employees.
Mm. Mm. Okay. It depends on the issue, you know. Actually, um, now I'm at the position is very near with the director. So there are many issues the employees want want us to resolve, and some are very difficult because it's related to salary or yeah for benefit.
Of course.
Yeah, and you know it's a system. It's the company system.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, some is very difficult. We cannot meet each concern or yeah we cannot meet all of them. Yeah,
Yeah, of course. Of course, of course. You're right. We of course we need to consider both sides. People in higher positions and lower positions,
mm,
in higher positions,
yeah,
actually you are struggling with different issues. And of
yeah,
course, in lower position, of course, people need to deal with the
yeah,
different type of problems.
yeah,
So we need to
yes,
understand, I think, both sides. But there is something that respective, of course, these two. maybe different type of issues, people in higher position are not willing to listen, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I think, I'm not sure, but I think, yeah, we have something like this. But they need, because of their actually career, they need. Employers
Yeah.
need employees. So, well, okay. So, as you can see, we have words and phrases here. If you have any issues related to this, the meaning of these words and phrases, you can ask me.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Once again, please.
I asked you if you have any issues related to the meaning of these words and phrases or no?
Um.
No?
Okay. No. No. No.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Very
And
good. Well, and now we have an idiom, a win-win situation. Yeah,
okay.
a win-win situation. Okay, it means both parties benefits from the outcome. So it's a situation that, both parties benefit from the
Well,
outcomes. Yeah, of course.
yeah.
So, yeah. So, uh, of course, let's read this part. Offering recognition gives employee both a sense of satisfaction and increase the productivity at work. It's a win-win situation. So how it's a win-win situation, you think? When employees actually feel satisfied,
Yeah.
how, yeah. So would you briefly talk about it?
I'll say, yeah. Mm. For, mm. For example, for case the employee,
For example, when, of course, they get bonus or recognition, of course, this maybe extra money or perks make them more satisfied.
sorry,
So,
yeah,
yeah, of course, more satisfied. So, uh, maybe they should be more productive, work
yeah,
better. So
do better,
because, yeah,
yeah,
of course, because they're really hopeful, they can work better. So of course, the result is really good for
yeah,
employers. So this
yeah,
is a win-win situation. So,
situation, yeah,
yeah, of course,
right,
it's something like you need to make someone happy to be
yeah,
happy.
yeah.
So yeah, it's balance, a win-win situation. Can you give me another example for a win-win situation?
Win-win situation, yeah. But the bonus is a good example.
Of course, of
Yes,
course.
you know, if you improve your work, maybe, and it's the increase the productivity, and the result is the company can earn more money,
Of course,
so
of
the
course.
employer give you
Yeah, of
a high
course.
high bonus. So it's
Yeah, of
yeah,
course.
it's good for the company, and it's
Yeah,
also
of course.
good for the employee.
Absolutely agree with you. Of course.
Yeah.
Well, the structure of the day provides someone with something. Provide someone with something. For example, the company provided me with a chance to develop. For example, it provided me with a wide knowledge. What first let's talk about the meaning of provide me with something. So, uh, if you provide someone with something, actually you give it uh, to them or make it available, for example, to them. So you make something available to me, or you give something to me. It means you provide me with something. Okay? So, for example, the company provided me with a chance to develop my skills and ability. It means the company gave me a chance to develop my skills and abilities. The training section was helpful. It provided me with a wide knowledge of effective team working. It
Effective
gave
working.
me, yeah, of course, a wide knowledge. So this is the definition and the meaning of provide someone with something. It means give it to someone or make it available to someone. Okay. Now, may I ask you to make one example?
Example.
Yeah.
Mm, mm. Provide me with. Provide me with. Mm,
For example,
mm. Check.
please provide
Ah,
me with the necessary documents. It means give me the
document.
necessary documents.
Sorry. Mhm. Oh, okay. Mm, mm.
What?
Ex-
What
yeah.
I'm
Okay.
waiting.